Hey everybody, hey, this is Steve. Coming to you one last time as the testing coordinator for Dutch Fork High School. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but I'm not going to be here next year. Sarah Griffith will be doing this next year, and but I feel like I've got the last bit of the battle push coming up ahead. Next week, as you know, of course, the EO testing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday will be the second part of the English test. That'll be the reading test, English 2. Tuesday it'll be the U.S. history, which is the biggest. There's 411 of those students. Wednesday it'll be biology, and then Thursday algebra 1, which is actually the smallest. But they're all really large. They're about 400 except for algebra 1, which is maybe 250, I think. So a lot coming up, a whole lot coming up. Well, what I figured I'd do is I would go ahead and offer the training right here as a video. The good news is that kind of what's been the bane of my existence all year is the technology part of it, not only from my end, and there is a lot of technology on my end, but also on your end as the proctor. But so I have good news. It's all from the book, all from the TAM. So what I'm going to do is this is being sent out to all proctors. So whatever day you have, it'll be slightly different, but it's all here in this TAM. So when you come to see me in the morning in room 301, I'll have this. I'll have a little extra condensed sheet of instructions in there. I'll have the test tickets. I'll have the roster, some scratch papers, some pencils, Kleenex, and everything ready for go. I'll give you your bucket, and you'll sign 2 documents. One is you'll sign out for the test tickets with the idea that you're going to bring back the same number. The other one is that you'll sign that you've been trained, which you have if you watch this video. So here's the thing. When you get this booklet, it starts, if you take a look on page 51 as kind of the kids are kind of filing into the room, page 51 gives you an idea of what to expect, what your requirements are, et cetera, et cetera. A couple of important reminders, something about here's one about turning off their cell phones, that kind of stuff. So you might want to take a look at this for a few minutes before the test even starts. That's on page 51. That'll be on the 1-page sheet I'll give you. And then it talks on page 57, talks about how you administer it for an online administration. And then starting on page 58, there's the script. You just start reading. There are variations for the different subjects, but I'm sure you've seen this before. The one thing I'll say is on the kids, it'll tell you to tell them to totally sign out as themselves, log out as themselves, and then go in through the district app and pick DRC direct, or is it indirect? Indirect. Insight. DRC Insight. And it'll look like this. I don't know if you can see that. The screen that they'll see, and it's really important that they pick the one in the very, very middle. It's the green one. It says EOC Spring. It's pretty clear, but I just figured I'd point that out. And once they do that, then it'll take them to the next screen, which is where they put in their login credentials, which you'll give them on the ticket. And then it goes through these relatively short script. The same sort of thing about how to use the various tools. What the rules are. You can't talk to other students. Then it'll come up, it'll say there should be three shaded circles, and so far that has never not happened. Every single student that's gone there is like, yep, they're there, and all that does is indicates that it's working properly, and then you cut them loose. And the tests have been taking somewhere around an hour and a half. I think it could go up to 2 hours. It's untimed, so we really hope that it ends by the end of the second period. However, second block. However, if it doesn't, there's a strategy. I'll have it spelled out in that form. But what the strategy is basically is just have the student take their laptop with it open, not closed, and just follow you as you come back to room 301 to turn in your test materials. And they'll come in here where I'm at right now, which is room 302, and they can finish there. Let's see what else. I'm getting a lot of questions from students taking AP Environmental Science, and I'm just time after time. I guess they don't talk to each other. And what I've been telling them is that they've been asking me, hey, what do I do? I can't take the EOC, the U.S. History EOC because I'm taking Environmental Science. I keep saying that's the more important one. In other words, that's the one we can't reschedule, but we can reschedule, or at least it's a problem rescheduling. But we can reschedule the U.S. History EOC, and I'll be doing that the following week. I think the Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm going to come up with a schedule, but so if you just kind of maybe share with the students, the nervous students, Tuesday and Wednesday of the following week, which is what, 21st, 22nd, I think. And I'll email all the students, and it'll give them their option of either Tuesday or Wednesday. That's the U.S. History one. Other students, if they miss, you'll just take roll, and then you'll give me the roll. I'll pull their tickets, I'll put them aside, and I'll be calling them in all next week, all the week after that, I mean. So I think that's it. I will, on this form I give you my telephone number. You can text me if there's a problem. And the good news is that when we did this the other day, there really weren't any problems, a handful of problems, but not many. If you could help put the word out that the students are supposed to bring their own Chromebook, in other words, the school's Chromebook, school-issued Chromebook, charged, and there's no loaners, there's no chargers. So if you could help get that message out. I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can email me at Steve Fisher or sfisher@lecturers5.org. You can see me in the hallway, or you can come over here to room 302. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. We'll see you.